Hello, my name is Pulkit Iyer. As promised, today we're going to continue our in-depth coverage of the impending battle of Kurukshetra. To start things off today, we take you live to the streets of Hastinapur, where Tanishqa Gautam is interviewing a local blacksmith.
So, how's the business going?
Oh, it's booming. I am making so much money.
Which weapons are you making for the war?
I'm making bows, arrows, spears, swords, shields, and much more.
I'm great at the war is demanding weapons. Are you being able to keep up with the demand? Have you been increasing prices? How long do you have to work to fulfill the demands?
It's very easy to make weapons, so I've been able to keep up with the demand. I increase prices by a little bit when the demand goes up. But I usually have to work for a long time, because soldiers break or lose their weapons on the battle.
Although you're making a lot of money through this war, do you really think that the war is the right way to go?
I don't think it's the right way to go. Money is never worth the lives of so many innocent people. I can't complain about the money, but the war is still going to affect our society and economy in a bad way.
Do you share some of the blame of killing those people because you're the one providing the weapons?
No, I don't. I am merely providing people with weapons. I'm just doing my job as a blacksmith. I'm not killing them with my own hands. Would you blame a hangman for hanging someone? He's just doing his job, isn't he?
You're right. So anyway,
Thanks a lot, Tanishqa, for this great insight into a blacksmith's mind. We interrupt this interview with some breaking news. We've just found out that Arjuna has decided not to fight this war. Let's look at live feed from the Kaurava camp to see how they're reacting. So, how are you feeling about Arjuna not fighting this war?
We just won. It was so easy. This is the best day of our life.
But the Pandavas still have an army, don't they?
Yeah, but our army's like 2 people, and one of them just quit.
Well then, what do you have to say about the Kauravas being on the wrong side of history?
Well, I don't really think we're the bad guys. We were just defending our kingdom, and Arjuna didn't do his dharma and show up to fight anyway. I don't think you can call these bad guys one of the leaders of chicken.
Well, the blacksmith does have a no return policy, so what do you plan to do with all these weapons?
I don't know. There will probably just be another government shutdown.
I mean, this really changes the entire dynamics of this war. So let's call our war strategy expert, Ravi.
Hey, Pulkit. How are you? Hi, Pulkit. This is a major development in the war. The probability of victory in the Pandavas goes down dramatically. With Arjun in, the chance of victory was well over 70%. But a recent poll should have, if Arjun does not fight the war, the win percentage will drop down to around 10%. If this continues, there's little chance of the Pandavas winning.
Really? That much of a difference? Just because of one warrior?
Yes, Arjun is the only warrior on the Pandavas side. Any chance of defeating the warriors like Bhishma and Karna. I believe that the Pandava strategy has been for Arjun to keep his 3 great warriors engaged. Bhishma fights the Kaurava brothers. Arjun out of the picture, and not anyone else willing to fill that role.
This sounds like a real desperate situation for the Pandavas. Is there really no way for them to win without Arjun? Should they just surrender if they can't convince Arjun to fight?
Surrendering to the Kauravas cause more damage than would have.
Sorry, Ravi. We have another breaking news from the battlefield. Krishna has taken it upon himself to convince Arjun to fight the war. We'll be right back with our full expert panel. Welcome back. For those who are just joining us, we learned from our sources from the battlefield that Arjuna has decided to put down his weapons and decided not to fight this war. Yes, you heard me right. Arjun is not fighting this war. Our expert war strategist, Ravi, tells us that the odds of the Pandavas winning is now down to 10%. This really doesn't look good, and in a desperate move, they have asked Krishna to bestow his advice upon Arjun and convince him to fight this war. I have with me Subha, Tanishqa, and Ravi to discuss the latest developments. So, what you just heard playing on the audio you just heard, was real footage of what Krishna is trying to say to convince Arjun to fight. And did I hear it right? Is Krishna promising Arjun all the glory of the heavens if he fights this war.
Pulkit, I think what Krishna is trying to say is that it is better to live your life destiny imperfectly than to live an imitation of someone else's life with perfection. Arjun is a warrior, and he has trained his whole life for this battle. He should not give up what he is to be someone he isn't. He is not a sadhu or a rishi, and so should not go live the rest of his life in the forest in isolation.
So are you trying to say that killing somebody is okay just because you are right and the other person is wrong? Arjun has all the right to feel guilty by trying to kill his friends, family, and teachers. He goes through with this war and does in fact end up killing all these people. History is never going to forget them. The Kauravas are not going to be blamed for killing because they're the ones defending their kingdom. Pandavas are trying to take it from them. One can always defend themselves.
Are you trying to tell me that the Kauravas are the victims here? Irrespective of that, I think that what Krishna is trying to say is that one must do their duty. Now, unmindful of its outcome, you should not run away from your duty.
Does this mean that I have to perform my duty, even if it might cause harm or pain to others? If I see a poor, hungry child stealing a loaf of bread, is it my duty to report him to the authorities or to let him steal and fulfill his hunger? Does it make it right to tell the authorities about it if he's going to go to jail just for trying to satisfy his hunger?
I believe that empathy is more important than duty and rules. Rules can and should be broken if it causes more harm. If by performing your duty, you're going to cause more harm to the society than benefit, you should either break the rule or change it.
You can't just be changing rules because you feel they are wrong. The rules are there for a reason. You have to put your dharma above everything.
But how do we know what our dharma is? If you see a butcher running after a cow, and the butcher loses sight of the cow and comes to you for direction, what do you do? Is it your dharma to tell the butcher where the cow went, or do you save the cow and tell the butcher the wrong directions?
This is all the time we have for today, guys. But as you can see, just one line spoken by Krishna can provoke such interesting and thought-provoking discussions. If this has piqued your interest, you are in luck, because you can join us Sundays at 10 a.m. for an in-depth study of our scriptures. I can guarantee it will change your life. But before we go, let's go around the table and see who everyone picks to win this war.
I don't think Krishna will convince Arjun to pick up his weapons again. At this point, Arjun is too shattered to fight this war. Based on this assumption, I think the Kauravas.
Subha?
I think you're underestimating Krishna. I think he has great persuasive powers, and will be able to convince Arjun to fight this war. I pick the Pandavas.
And you, Tanishqa?
I believe that Krishna's insight is right, and that Arjun will be motivated to fight this war. I think the Pandavas.
Well, no matter what happens in the battlefield, or who wins the war, rest assured, we will be right here, bringing you live coverage and in-depth analysis of this great war.